Salutations. Huh. This is an interesting video. Sasquatch Confirmations. That's what we're going to call this because it's confirming several things that I've said and several videos that I've done. A lot that are only on Patreon right now, but I'm going to start just probably releasing some of these to YouTube because it's important. All right. I'm going to try not to get too excited because I am excited over this because my entire life, crazy stuff, metaphysical stuff has been happening to me. And I can't often prove it. I can back a lot of it up with science to understand it, but I can't prove a lot of stuff that's happened to me, all right? That would include this ECETI Ranch and this Sasquatch thing going on out there. Now, I want to give much credit to this young lady, this young melanated lady named Rosie Cheeks K is what she goes by on YouTube. Check out her channel, please. RosieCheeks.K, I think is what it is. She's from the UK, very heavy UK accent, real cool. But I think she's African actually. I want to say maybe Sudanese. I'm not sure. I don't want to say that, but she's African definitely. But she has definitely some type of a psychometry to where she can identify things in pictures. And she'd been following some of my work, and I was unaware of it. Many people have emailed me now, and I found out I wasn't getting it because everything was getting spammed due to website solicitations. I had over 200 of those. So there are emails from people in there, and I'm trying to sort that out now. But anyway, she was one of them, and she'd sent me a video, or pictures concerning the video I did over the ECETI Ranch and my squirrel encounter. And that was another video on my channel. Please check that out. And what's so fascinating about the pictures she had sent me was that one, I had the phone I was using. That is the first time I went to that ranch that I actually had a phone with a camera that was functioning or didn't suddenly break on me before I got there. So I took several pictures of this yurt that I stayed in each 3 times I was there. I stayed in that same yurt for obvious reasons now. But I was taking pictures of it, and I actually took probably 12 pictures. And I got rid of most of those except for 2 that I kept and actually used for that video. And they were the right angles. You know how it is, you're trying to get the right angles. Anyway, she had diagrammed some of these. And she sent me a message saying, you know, you were being watched. And when you look at those, the pictures, you've already seen them, you can see this being against the tree there. And she asked, how tall is that yurt? I said, that cabin, whatever you want to call it. I said, it's about probably 10, 12 feet tall at least. And this thing is far above that. I mean, you can literally see it. And it's so interesting because on my YouTube channel, or on my Patreon channel, I had just released and done a video over Sasquatch invisibility. So I'll release that on YouTube before this one even. And you can see how much this correlates. It's one thing to talk about this stuff, but to see it during experience and actually be able to somewhat verify it, look at what that being is doing in that video. It's holding against the tree. You can literally see it. You can see the cone head. She puts arrows at it. So that, I mean, that takes it to another level, all right? I had done another video that's on Patreon only. I'll probably release that to YouTube. It's called Sasquatch and the Green Man. And what I was doing is a comparison between the Sasquatch and this European green man that is partial tree. And I think the Sasquatch are trees or partial trees or have chlorophyll in their blood, something that is connecting there. You talk about genetic experiments on this planet. I think you've got one type of Sasquatch that is this. Not all of them, but one of those 5 types is, I think, plant-based. And that ability that I talked about the hair. The translucent hair with melanin and chlorophyll spots on it that would make them able to blend so much into the background. And what you're seeing that on this video, you can see how it almost appears to be plant through it, or almost a tree through it. And also, is this thing mimic trees? But I'm going to tell you why I get excited. Go back and watch that video, and I will state how with as strategic as my planning of those apples were, how only the green apples are being moved with the pine cones, and how I got the footprint and one of them was being messed with, and how the robins were being watched. I was being watched. The 360 people out there was all being watched to mess with these apples I was gifting back there. It was so incredible, but I couldn't figure out, you understand, how was I getting beat? I was doing maximal, brother's films right now, shaking his head. I was doing maximum strategy, trying to make sure I was not being spied on or anything, and this thing was beating me. And I couldn't understand how. How is it not seen? I even thought to a point, like, is it one of these trees? How the hell? Is it a squirrel up in the trees that's watching? What is it doing? But right there, you can see in that video, this thing is watching me take these pictures. It's right there, and it's huge. And I didn't know, I didn't see it. Not just how the Predator, on the Schwarzenegger, the Predator movies, how the light, it actually bends the light, like in a way a metamaterial would. This appears to be more absorbing it, and then reflecting what's back. Look at the pictures. I mean, she posted that. I would not have seen it. I was somewhat blown away when the sister sent me these pictures. All right, so please go check out her channel. She's done a lot of videos. It's good work, and I can tell you that putting these videos on YouTube that look their quality is not that easy, despite what people think. So please go check her out, rosiecheeks.k on YouTube, definitely. Something else, that pretty much connects everything I wanted to tell you. It's connecting the different videos on the channel. Please check them out. I'll release the others from Patreon on here. One would be Sasquatch and the Green Man. Another one will be Sasquatch and Invisibility, which was just done about a week or two ago. The next one will be the ECETI Ranch and my Sasquatch experiences. There's a whole bunch of things connected to the ECETI Ranch that I've done about the device, the ore station inside the mountain, about the Sasquatch out there. Check that out. I don't know if I'll ever be going out there again. So much respect to the property out there, all right? And I cracked the code on much of the stuff going on out there. So I want to state that. So please check out any of the videos connected to ECETI. And this, it's connected, but as far as Sasquatch as a being, oh sorry, one more. Sasquatch and trees, that's another video on here. Please check that one out too. All of these connect together. It's one thing me just talking about it, it's another thing for you to see it and picture and somewhat evidence of it. It takes it to another realm that's not just me talking into a camera. Take care, please subscribe. My channel's doing better. I'm beating this shadow ban type of thing. Slowly it's starting to happen, I think. Subscribers have gone up. I'm close to 10,000. I never thought it would ever come to anything like this. So I thank each one of you. Please subscribe. Please share the video. And take care of yourselves. Peace.